Welcome to New Light Sports. Today is Monday. Today we're doing the weekend recap and some big moments. So this week I will be posting every day, hopefully, because I am currently on spring break and I am home. So we can now get started with weekend recap and biggest moments. So here we go. First we'll start with NBA games. So Sunday, let's see, what are some big games that we had? So the highest scoring game was the Timberwolves versus the Spurs on Sunday. Thunders beat the Nuggets. Mavericks lost to the Suns. Grizzlies beat the Pelicans. 76ers beat the Jazz. Cavaliers beat the Bucks. Timberwolves beat the Spurs. Pistons beat the Trailblazers. And then the Clippers beat the Kings. I think that's good. But then for Saturday, the highest scoring was at the Rockets versus the Pelicans game. Rockets win 146 to 117. Then the rest are Hornets beat the Nets. Pacers lose to the Hawks. Raptors lose to the Wizards. Bulls beat the Heat. Magic beats the Bucks. Lakers lose to the Celtics. And Warriors beat the Pistons. So that's good. We'll look at Friday. Friday, the highest scoring game for both teams is actually the Suns and the Nuggets. Nuggets won 149 to 141. The rest of the games, Cavaliers versus the Hornets. Cavaliers win. Jazz versus the Raptors. Raptors win. Grizzlies versus the Mavericks. Grizzlies win. Timberwolves versus the Heat. Timberwolves win. Trailblazers versus the Thunder. Thunders win. And then the Spurs versus the Kings. Kings win. Knicks versus the Clippers. Clippers win. That is the weekend for basketball. So that is the top 3 scoring games for NBA. Now we're going to go to men's basketball college. So for Saturday, highest scoring game. There's a lot of games. Highest scoring game was Alabama actually versus Auburn and Mississippi State versus Arkansas. Alabama beat Auburn 93 to 91 in overtime. Duke beat North Carolina. Houston beat Baylor. South Carolina lost to Tennessee. Florida beat Ole Miss. St. John's beat Marquette. Texas Tech beat Arizona State. Iowa State beat Kansas State. Clemson beat Virginia Tech. Penn State beat Wisconsin. Maryland beat Northwestern. Louisville beat Stanford. Ooh, that was kind of a blowout. 68 to 48, 20. Kentucky beat Missouri. Texas A&M beat LSU. BYU beat Utah. Kansas beat Arizona. Arkansas beat Mississippi State. That is your Saturday score. Friday. Actually, we'll go to Sunday. Michigan State beat Michigan 79 to 62 on Sunday. Saturday, we already looked at Saturday, so we'll go Friday. Memphis beat South Florida 84 to 68. Illinois beat Purdue 88 to 80. That is your college men's basketball. So then for MLB. So as we all know, I know, and some of you may know too, spring training just started. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Games coming up today. Tigers versus the Yankees. Phillies versus the Twins. Braves versus the Braves. Astros versus the Blue Jays. Nationals versus the Marlins. Diamondbacks versus the Dodgers. White Sox versus the Athletics. Cubs versus Guardians. Guardians versus Royals. Reds versus Padres. Rockies versus the Angels. Mariners versus the Brewers. Giants versus the Rockies at 4:10. Orioles versus the Pirates. Marlins versus the Nationals. Cardinals versus the Mets. So, that's today. We go on a Sunday. There's a lot of games. I'll just go over a couple. Red Sox beat the Braves 7-3. I watched part of that game. It was disappointing to me. I am a Braves fan, but I also noticed Braves didn't have any other starters in, so I kind of understand what happened. But then this is what really was like, what? Phillies beat the Orioles 12-2. I'm not surprised. Orioles are not that good, but they can be eventually. Marlins beat the Astros 10-6 yesterday. Also yesterday, another close game. Orioles versus Twins 4-3. It was funny. Backup and then their starters. Alright. Then for Saturday, more close games. Red Sox lost yesterday. Braves beat the Pirates yesterday. Orioles also lost yesterday, 6-3. Phillies beat the Blue Jays 5-4. Blue Jays beat the Tigers 5-0. Diamondbacks lose to the Reds 9-8. The Giants beat the Royals 7-3, and more and more and more. This is just spring training. I feel like the Braves have a chance to be good, even though they traded a couple good players that I wish they kept. But that's okay. So, alright. Now, for the next part is more of my MLB predictions. Let's go here. I feel... So, looking at the stats for batting leaders, I feel like maybe... Shohei Ohtani might be good this season. He was good last season. He was good, and then also, I just want to see him pitch more. That's really what I want to see. Aaron Judge, I think he's doing well. I think he can hit a lot stronger than he is right now. I think he has a lot of potential in him. So, yeah. And pitchers, some leaders are... We got one Atlanta person in there. Chris Sale. And then Tarek Scuba. They all have the same thing. Chris Sale and Tarek. Both 18. They're WV. And then Seth Lugo, Zach Wheeler, and Joe Sparrows. Can't really tell anything in spring training though, because some of them don't really play. In spring training, they play towards the end of spring training, which is not over yet. So, I'm excited to see MLB play this season. So yeah. Some teams though. Batting leaders. San Diego Padres have the San Diego Padres are leading in batting average, and then the Los Angeles Dodgers are leading in pitching. And then home runs, New York Yankees are winning that race. And then run average, Seattle Mariners are winning that. Saves, St. Louis Cardinals are winning that. Runs batted in, Arizona Diamondbacks. Hits, San Diego Padres lead that. Strikeouts, Atlanta Braves lead that. Stolen bases, Washington Nationals lead that. And then quality starts, Seattle Mariners lead that. So that's good. So then we're going to get back into football, even though the season is over. And the Eagles beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So, a couple news. As we all know, Davante Adams was traded. And also, I think they're looking to trade Aaron Rodgers, of what I've heard. And then also Metcalf traded. And then Geno Smith traded. And then isn't there one more that was traded? Well, not traded. But I feel like the Jets are making kind of a good decision trading some players, because I think they're going to try to start new, especially since their coach got fired. They didn't really do well this season. Actually, they kind of did. Garrett Wilson did good. So yeah, and then I think they're going to trade a lot of players to get a lot of draft picks, and good draft picks too, in a good position, so they can get good players. And I think they're going to get a new wide receiver. I think they're going to get two. Tyler Lockett was let go. And then, so I think they're going to go get two wide receivers, maybe, and a quarterback in the draft, which is good. And then also Atlanta, Michael Penix going to be starting. And then Cousins requesting a trade. So wait a little while longer for that to tell us what's going to happen, and be probably in about 2 weeks we'll know, or like maybe next week. So upcoming plans. Tuesday tomorrow we're doing a player and team analyst of sports. And we're doing a deep dive into more sports and trying to get someone to come on. But that's okay if we don't. And then Wednesday we'll have another. And then I'll be posting shorts in between. So yeah. Sorry I haven't been really posting. I was out of town. On a school trip. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of New Light Sports Talk. And I hope to see you next time on an episode of New Light Sports. Probably tomorrow. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.